Hi, this is John Allen Green, Franciscan hermit from Johannesburg, with my weekly podcast. Decades of memories neatly rearranged. These were the choices we made, and even the ones we refused to make. These are the choices that rearrange the sand at the edge of the sea. These are the choices that continue to bridge time and space into that new tomorrow. As I get into my motor car, can I see that distant oil spill and the black feathers of death? Absurd! I thought only of them, and so my dreams lived on, unknowing where they will end. Fettered by my own desires, I left them dead, a needle, a bottle, as addictive as the glittering stage mask. You see, there is never a choice without a destination. These are the destinations that others will reach long after that last choice, made on that last morning of my last day. Call them the sins of the fathers and the mothers if you must. So many choices and tangled roots, based always on my love. How can this be the wrong path that leaves those skid marks of sin on their soul? My fish love that ensnared the butterfly of freedom. Yes, my own destination follows in the footprints of the mothers and fathers that went before me. So also I will leave footprints for the others to follow. I, like them, had become confused, so that I thought my own choice and my will is the ultimate endeavor. Somehow we forgot the will of the one who is the source and destination of all love. In pride and self-will, we traveled a different route that other feet also will follow. On this day, like Jesus, we share in the tears of those who suffer the departing of a loved one. And like him, and thanks to him, resounds the thanks to the author of life, who frees us from that selfishness of sin and destruction. Today we visit the graves of our loved ones, of those who have loved us and have done good to us. Today we are called to remember everyone, even those who no one remembers. We remember the victims of war and violence, so many little ones in the world, crushed by hunger, poverty. We remember the unnamed people who rest in common graves. We remember our brothers and sisters killed for being Christians, and those who sacrificed their lives to serve others. We especially entrust to the Lord those who have left us in the course of this year. The tradition of the Church has always exhorted us to pray for the deceased, in particular by offering for them the Eucharistic Celebration. That is the best spiritual help that we can give for their souls, particularly those abandoned by most. It is at the celebration of the Mass that Christ brings together the past and the future into that eternal now of God's presence. This is where the healing of those past events take place, so that a new destination can be set for the future. The remembrance of the dead, the care for the graves, and the prayers of repose are a witness of our confident hope, rooted in the certainty that death is not the final word on the human fate, since man is destined to a life without limits, which has its roots and its fulfillment in God. Pope Francis reminds us that it is with this faith in the supreme destiny of man that we turn now to Our Lady, who suffered under the cross the tragedy of death of Christ, and took part in the joy of his resurrection. May she, whom we term the gate of heaven, help us always to understand more the value of the prayers of repose for the dead, those are close to us. May she sustain us in our daily pilgrimage on this earth, and help us not to lose sight of the final goal of life, which is paradise. And we, with this hope that never disappoints, we move forward. May the Lord grant you his peace.